Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Allen Fans. Another night, another football night. And guys, I'm so eager to play some football. I actually just put on my shoes today and run around the house 2 times just to get a feel of things. You know, man, it's I don't know, it's rough, but we got something to watch. There's no EPL, there's no FA Cup, there's no Champions League, Europa, nothing. Just World Cup qualifiers, and we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about who's going to win all the other trophies in Europe tonight as we continue with this international break that needs to end. All right, we need to get back to some good old fashioned EPL football. And the last, 9 games of the season? Let's hope it's a nice, wonderful end to the season. Like City lose 3 games and shake it up or something. Like, yeah, that would that would be nice, just for the fun of it, man. You know, let's see how that goes. But good night, fellas. How everybody doing?
Good, good, good. Waiting
I'm
for the
good. Well,
weekend to kick off again.
Yeah, yeah. More you?
I have some emotions feeling inside of me.
Emotions. Okay. No, this is not club's night. You know my response would be, but um,
This
go,
this is
go
due,
ahead.
this is due to the Aguero news that came out today.
Yes, I saw that news. Yep. Club legend letting him
Yeah,
go. hmm So it's gonna be on
But
a free. It's a free, right? He's gonna be a
yeah,
free transfer. Gotcha.
yeah. It's been
Okay.
out there.
but I wonder if this is why Pep was reluctant to use him all season. Maybe they knew about this all along. That's why he was
Mm-hmm.
pushing Gabriel Jesus that much. When even when
Mm,
again was split.
good. Well, why? Why letting him go? You don't need him
Why
anymore.
that he knew it?
I mean, it almost looks like that him and the club couldn't agree on it. I mean, that's what I'm gathering from it, from the little article that I read today.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, from what I saw that he said also, it doesn't seem like there's any harshness between the two parties. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
saying that he's thankful for the time, this and that, and he will, finish out the season strong. And he went on to say he would keep the same professionalism
Mm-hmm.
throughout the season, and if he happens to come up and play against Man City whenever time in the future, if it does happen.
Mm. So basically, you're saying then that y'all don't need him anymore. He's not the player that can lead the line. Because I mean, I
Pep
think
of
this.
the requirement.
I don't know. I'm feeling a Suarez vibe here again. That he's just gonna go to another team and just light it up, man. I mean, just what
I
do you think?
mean, that's what I think, because when you look at Barcelona releasing Suarez, you didn't see any signs of indication on Suarez on uh drastic um
Decline. Yeah.
change, yes, a drastic decline in form.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, looking at Aguero, yes, he had his injuries, but when you see him came on the field to play for City, there was like, you could see his movements, everything for him was still intact and everything was still good. But I mean, I think everything has a time and everything comes to an end, and his City career has come to an end, which is hard to say, but you just have to start
Mm-hmm.
getting accustomed to it from now and go with the flow and enjoy the season.
So
If
more,
it's
tell
one
me.
thing,
Go
okay,
shot.
go ahead. I was just made the point. If it's one thing we can't doubt is Aguero's quality. So I
Yeah,
think
Yeah.
that he immediately improves any team he goes to.
yeah, he does. And speaking of that, that actually is a nice transition to my question. So more, what would you feel if you went to Arsenal or United?
Look at this.
I
There we go.
mean, the United aspect alone, Aguero going to United, I would have a change, a change in mindset
hmm
about Aguero.
hmm
Don't be going to United. If you go to Arsenal, you wouldn't feel that much. But you know, he's an upgrade to Laka. I mean, I know Aubameyang, he get those things from that. That was shot fired.
Well, he's
But
definitely an upgrade to Martial for me, so yeah, we got a problem with that.
but
but
Barcelona has the Barcelona has huge links to
hmm
Aguero. And
hmm
I think that's one of the reasons where the Messi speculation can come to an end between Messi coming to Man City, because Aguero won't be there. And I don't think he would come. I mean, he likes Pep, but Aguero is another factor to play in. Messi would
mm
be able to come. But Aguero, Barcelona is linked to him heavily. And I mean, it's just wait to see to come to the season, see where he goes.
Oh, yeah, Richie Maya is saying, I think it's just that Pep realized he doesn't need, quote unquote, need him anymore. And Munchie here saying Aguero wants to continue to win trophies, so wrong clubs. Munchie with the firing shots. That's what we do around here. But we don't go to anybody in the Prem. Look, I mean, he's a certified City legend. So he's not going to come to United unless there was some kind of bad blood. Then that would be the perfect way to stick it to you guys, right? But he's not going to do that. He's not, because I mean, I'm more than likely y'all are probably preparing the trophy for him outside the stadium, and that's not going to happen if he goes to United. All right, so he's not going to do that. There's no more money we can pay him to do that. But yeah, I could see him going to Arsenal, man, or not Tottenham. Not Liverpool.
I personally, if he comes to Arsenal, I'd be glad. But I think he's going back to Spain. I don't think he's staying in England. I'd be surprised if Chelsea, maybe Chelsea will overpay him.
Maybe overpay
That
him.
sounds more like a possibility.
I don't see him going back. I don't see him going back to Argentina yet, though. I mean,
That's true.
Boca.
Aguero has that like similar to Suarez, you know. They're not finished, so you don't see them going to MLS or clubs like that so quickly.
No. But you never know. Beckham could give him a good offer. Beckham could give him. I mean, he's done it before. He did it with Higuain. He did it with I think Matuidi. So I mean, why not? You know, he speaks Spanish. Going to Miami could fit. You know, good shot.
I think right. I think that Aguero is looking to play the World Cup, to this next World Cup too, as maybe his last. So he needs, wherever he's going to go, I think has to be high enough to be recognized as, you know, well, your goals count for something, and as well as to be playing, to getting a lot of minutes under his belt.
So you're going. So maybe the PSG thing he's saying here makes sense. I could see him going to PSG, and you know, probably he is, but that's a league where he can rack up some goals. You know, pretty well. He's either that or he do like what you said earlier, do like Ribery did, and just kind of go to like, you know, one of those mid-table Italian clubs, mid-table Spanish clubs, and start every season.
I like the Barca. I like the Barca link.
Yeah, I do too.
Aguero had links to Juventus also. I heard like they wanted Aguero and Moiskin or something like that also.
Imagine Aguero and Cristiano on top there, boy. That'd be nice, boy. Too old, man, but they get him the chances. Some kind of goal have to come out to that.
They'll finish.
Yeah. All right, but yes, when we're on the topic, can we just firmly say that City are going to win the title? We're talking trophies tonight. So we're just gonna give you that. No surprises, you know, no crazy.
The EPL.
EPL, we're giving that to City up back right there. Yeah, I don't think United doesn't have United, Leicester, and Chelsea. Those are probably the teams that are probably gonna make a run for it, and I don't think any of them have the quality necessary to win all of their games and hope City lose 3. You know,
there's not enough games left for me to win it, so I'm gonna just give City. You know.
Yeah, should make sense, bro. I like that.
Well, thank you for that. I was scared, you know.
Yes. Manji is saying Barca would have to let go of Antoine and Coutinho. I don't know because I mean,
let go Coutinho too. So.
Yeah, because I mean, Griezmann is striking for them. And I don't think Koeman rates him in the striking position. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just slots Aguero into that spot. Okay. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, and the belly so injury prone, you could also put Griezmann out wide too. So go ahead.
There was another factor that I just remembered that Barcelona was linked with Depay also. Because Koeman wanted Depay at Barcelona. So it's still wait to see how they figure that out.
That's true. That's a good point. And United wanted Dembele when they couldn't get Jadon Sancho. So, you know, I think they're trying to get him on loan because they didn't trust his whole injury record thing. If you pay all the money and then you get injured, so they wanted him on loan. But then Barca was like, "Is either you buy him or not." That's what's gonna happen. No loan.
Because
And
he has one more year on his contract after this season.
yeah, he does. So
Dembele.
yeah. So yeah, and of course those links went even higher because Martial gave him an assist with the French in the French game against. I think it was because Kazakhstan or one of them Eastern European nations or something they beat in
Yeah.
the international um, break there. But yeah, so we're giving City the title. Not giving them. They took the title. And the FA Cup. I think we got Southampton, we got Leicester, we got City, and we got Chelsea. City again or Tuchel masterclass?
I'm defending my
I'll
Go
go.
ahead.
Mo's
I'll
gonna
go.
say City. Mo's gonna say City. All right, so let's just go with another opinion. All right, go ahead, Shaq.
Right. I'm going to give, and I'll give City that one too. I think City will take that one as well. Tuchel, yes, he has been doing very well with Chelsea, and I expect him to give City a good fight in
Yeah.
this next round. However, I think the City will get this one. This is not a tricky one for me for City because I think that they know of Chelsea's quality, and I think that they will just go for it naturally.
Good
The,
point.
the, tri-
I would normally believe in you and back you with that because that's a pretty good analysis. But because I'm a United fan, I'm gonna have to say that Tuchel. I think that Tuchel is the factor that we don't know. We've never seen him in a situation like this, obviously.
yeah,
So we don't know a lot about him to say that he can win a semi-final match like this. So he hasn't lost the game yet. So why not come into this game and just show his quality? Get Chelsea up for the game, knowing that they can beat Leicester or Southampton. You know. So deep in my heart, I'm praying Southampton wins the whole thing. But that'd be nice for that manager. But I'm gonna go with Chelsea for that one just because I want to, and
it
the
sounds
man's
like
backing
Memphis
me
is
up.
saying Tuchel masterclass.
Werner, Werner, my hat trick, legit, all from Giroud flick-ons. Yep, that's as good as
Memphis
Wow.
have
me.
it worked out.
Yep, he does have it all worked out.
The,
And
the
Carol,
troublesome,
go ahead, go ahead.
yes, that's what I was going to touch on because that's a troublesome one for me
Mm,
because right, Tottenham is up and down. You don't know which Tottenham you're going to get,
don't know.
and think I think this is where I think the City could possibly struggle because of whether or not they're going to get up for this game. They've been winning this
True.
trophy. I think how long more? Three years in a row, 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming around that, right? So I'm just wondering if they would let their guard down at this particular game, and then
Hmm.
Tottenham, they do have the quality to score one goal and sit
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
and I think that this could be a tricky one for City.
I agree with you 100%. I see a nice Josie masterclass 1-0 here, like defending for the last 10 minutes of the game and just saying, you know what, that's it. We're not doing anything else. I mean, I and I was gonna say it. Memphis said it before I did. Jose has to win this trophy. He needs to win this trophy. So he's gonna basically tell his players, "Look, guys, we're not gonna win anything else this season. This is the only thing that we can win." And and he can prove the simple fact that when he goes to clubs, he wins trophies. And Tottenham need this. They haven't won in years. So I'm just thinking the motivation is even stronger. Motivation don't necessarily guarantee trophies, but it does help. More what you think.
So,
I mean, I've been every time we played Tottenham, I've been stressing that there's one position on the field for City that needs to have a very crucial game in order. I see City to have a smooth sailing in this one, and it's
Mhm.
always the CDM role that I point out, whether it's Rodri or Fernandinho playing that game, because I know when how Jose sets out, he's always going to go on a counter.
Mm.
And you know how Son can be, whether it's Bale on the other side, or we facing Bergwijn or Lucas Moura, they got paid. So there's
Yeah.
always a needed help for that cover to to be reassured to face on the counter. But I'm still pretty confident in Man City. we've been having a good season, and I don't think that it's going to be stumped. I'm not going to say that it's going to be an easy run over game. It's
Hmm.
Tottenham. They tend to give a good fight when they play us, but I think we still take this one. Still take this one. So that's
All
two.
right, so that's the trouble for City then.
Yeah, yeah. Trouble so far.
Okay, trouble for City.
according
Munchie
to Moy.
agrees. Munchie says City knows how to win, especially Pep. So both Jose and Tuchel are going to be baffled by what team and tactics Pep is going to bring out. Well, I'm
I
looking
can
forward to
let
it.
me ask Monchi a question there though. Do you
Mhm.
because this is one thing that a lot of City people, City fans, have accused Pep of. Do you think that this would be a game, or these could be some games where he possibly overthinks it and messes up, like we did
Yeah.
last year in the Champions League?
Oh, Munchie, you can
And
go ahead
more,
and answer
you can,
that.
yeah, more you can respond to that
Yeah.
while
Well,
Monchi answers.
I think he tends to have more of an overthinking mindset when it comes to Champions League because rather than we see the English Cups, because we have seen Pep done good management there in the English Cups not really prioritizing those, but good management in the English based set of cups. But when it comes to Champions League, I think that it's because that he was brought into City to especially get us that Champions League trophy that we've
True.
been wanting for
True.
so long. That
True.
he thinks like, okay, I need to counteract this team. Like, say we playing, like we have Dortmund to come. Let's say, okay, I need like two defense to stop Haaland, two defense alone, and probably let's say he goes to the fiver to try fix you, and then he overcomplicates it, and then So I think it's just come to worries. It's more on the Champions League aspect rather than the English Cup aspect.
Well, it seems like Munchie agrees with you here, but Memphis says first, why ask Munchie a question? Is boss going to say anything to make City look good? That's very true. All right. And Munchie says this Pep only overthinks and messes up with CL, not
Yeah,
domestically. And y'all won the trouble already, right? Y'all won the trouble 2 years ago? Was it?
yeah. There we
The
go.
message
Yeah.
of,
Yeah. So this will be the other time to win the trouble. And Arsenal ever won the trouble? Did y'all ever win the trouble or was it
we
just the
did the
double?
double. No, we did
You
the
did the
double.
double. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, okay. Yeah, I know United did that in '99 with the Champions League. All right. And a few doubles. And she also says here, that's what Ancelotti said, you know how City is gonna play, but you don't know who they're gonna play or how they're going to set up. Qualities of a great coach. All right. But yeah, yeah, I do. I think Tuchel will. You don't know what he's gonna do either, and I don't know what Jose is. We know what Jose is going to do, but can you stop it if he scores? Once Jose scores, your tactics change. You know, and then Monji here is saying quadruple. So let's just move over to the Champions League. All right, he's saying quadruple. Get it right. Lots of other better teams in the Champions League. Real Madrid is in there. They have to consider to be favorites considering their recent history. But are we even looking at them because they're not. I mean, their form is in and out in the league, and they kind of up and down. Even in the Champions League, they didn't roll through it to get where they are.
No,
You know,
to
that's
that
one
group.
angle. Yeah, PSG now as well too. There's another team to consider, considering
Yeah,
the fact that they do well in the French league and they got to where they are pretty well. I mean, they were in my group, and they lost. I think they lost 2 games. Against teams that are now in the Europa League or people would consider not worthy of the Champions League. So how can they expect them to beat Bayern? Okay, that's that. So I mean, that's tough. Bayern defending champions, haven't skipped a beat, still doing what they always do. Lewandowski still scoring goals. And
And he's injured now, though.
yeah.
yes, right now. So let's talk about it, guys. What you think? Who you think is going to win the whole Champions League at the end of the day? Your immediate picks off the top of your head.
Well, for me, because we had done the more you want to say City. Um, I
Well,
think to that to even with that point, more you want to say
mhm.
something?
No, I was gonna go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
Right. So to that point, I do think that if City can get through that side of the group, that side of the knockout, and go to the finals, I think that they would be favorites. However, I'm not overlooking Liverpool. I'm not overlooking Liverpool because I think they have a favorable side of the draw, and I think that they can beat as currently right now. I think that they can beat Real Madrid if they get them in the semifinals. And so with that said, my favorite, because I don't have one right now, would be City, Bayern, PSG, and Liverpool. Um,
Wow.
but
Okay.
but if I
Well.
if, go ahead.
Let's do something like we're gonna do. Let's go group by. Let's go team by team, game by game, then, and then
Okay.
that may help you. You know, and so let's start then with the Bayern PSG. Who's coming out to that? I know it's a hard one to start with. Maybe we should have started with
Bayern.
Real Madrid, Porto.
No, it's
But
fine, man. It's fine. Let's just hit it off now. My
let's get it okay.
in my mind he's thinking, who do I want to face? He's not even thinking who's
Mm,
really going to win.
yeah,
So I
boy.
would choose though. You can't write off Bayern, and I think that of course Mbappe is playing well. I don't know if
Hmm.
Neymar will be back, but Bayern versus anybody immediately spells trouble for the opposition.
Yeah.
I will pick Bayern Munich.
I,
I think
y'all
that should
know.
be a goal first, though.
Hey,
Maybe a 6-4 in aggregate. I'm looking
I
forward to
don't.
that.
If PSG come into this game with the goal first mindset, which they're going to do, I think that's why they're gonna lose. They need to change their tactics for this game. You know, they do, and I have a feeling they're gonna bring out the Ander Herreras and the Verrattis. And what name? The other name of that French guy from Africa? What's his name? He was in the
Gay.
Prem.
They
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
gay.
yeah,
they,
yeah. And then
they
drop
also
that.
signed Danilo from He plays for Portugal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Big
Doing
strong
interesting.
black
well.
guy. Yeah.
I think they're gonna go defensive and try to play Bayern on the counter. I just think they're gonna do that. They're gonna try to do that, and they're going to fail miserably. All right, because
It
I
was a
am
close
personally,
one in the final last year. It was a 1-0 Bayern one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that game, and yeah. Okay, let me just say, I'm Shaq already knows this. I have a very deep hatred for PSG. I don't respect them at all. I don't respect them because I don't respect their players. I don't respect Di Maria.
And more
I don't
so
respect.
Mbappe.
I don't respect Mbappe for one thing. I think he's a wonderful player, but I just, I'm just
What
annoyed. When I'm
what's
annoyed, I'm
that thing?
annoyed with the way. I'm annoyed with the way they play. It's like they have this bravado about them in the French league. Like if, oh, we're PSG and we just knock Lens 6. So we're supposed to knock you 6 too. So let's lay down. I mean, it's like this retarded attitude. So they come and actually meet a good team now. Not some farmers team. They meet a good team, and then when they don't, they play like them. I mean, you two guys are more football guys than me. Yeah, I've played a team on any football, and you have that team where they come in cocky like they're just the best. But then the moment you score or the moment you start to win, all of a sudden now, it's just like if they vex over everything. They're in the referee's face and they're like, oh, this foul here. Oh, what's wrong here? Because you thought you're gonna run us over, and then you
Yeah.
realize that it's not gonna happen. And that's what
Yeah.
I feel like happens to PSG. They get into their games, and Neymar doesn't get all the freedom he's used to getting. Mbappe doesn't just run past people like it's like, wait, you have defenders that can run with me? Wow. I've never experienced that in the French league, you know? And I just feel like if all of a sudden, no, Di Maria is rolling all over the place, foul, foul, foul. Neymar's like, oh, the man tackling me. But you weren't doing that in the French league when you're knocking them 6-0, and that's why I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed about that, and that's why I know when they play Bayern, it's not gonna happen because Bayern don't give a crap. When Bayern is gonna come, when I trust him on in the midfield again with Bayern him.
Right.
Oh my
Goretzka.
goodness. Oh man, yeah, boy. Yeah, I heard
Goretzka.
what
Yeah.
y'all heard what he's doing with y'all heard what he's doing with this that youngster for play for Bayern, man. That's scoring all those goals. What's his name?
Oh
My
yeah, yeah, yeah.
memory.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
I I know you're talking about.
Yeah, boy, the Goretz is talking about he have the boy in the gym because defenders have been pushing him off and you have to get his strong. Everybody from Bayern has to get Tusty overnight, boy. Even Coutinho when he went, they got like a Tusty too now. But,
Yeah.
but Memphis is saying Bayern has the same attitude. I hear you, but it's a different league. We all know it's a different league. It's a different league over there altogether. But I know Bayern just have a better team, so I'm saying Bayern is
I'm
gonna.
going by.
Bayern easy. Mo, you say the same?
I mean, it's a good game. It's a good game for football fans to
It
watch
is.
from a football perspective. And I think this game is going. Looks like it's a game to come down to the aggregate score. I think
Okay.
somebody's going to win on aggregate.
Mm.
But
Hate that though.
Bayern looks like the favorite, but then PSG look like they can cause trouble. But at the end, I'm going to go
Oh,
with Bayern. I
PSG is
just
gonna
think,
score.
yeah, I think they're going to score. I mean,
They're gonna score.
you're not going to stop Mbappe, and then we know how Neymar can play. Neymar can
Hmm.
turn on the switch anytime. But I think at the
Hmm.
end, Bayern has too much quality for them in the end, and they're
Too
going to
much
come out.
quality. Look,
They're
me
going to
tell you,
come out.
right? Bayern is gonna concede because the PSG offense is too good. It's too good. But PSG don't know how to defend against a team like Bayern. They don't have no precedent set. They don't know how to do that. So then they don't know how to translate that into offense. And when they played me, it's the same thing. They came and them man sit down with two defensive men versus me. And they plan to do the same thing as Bayern with Lewandowski and Sané. Lord and Gnabry. Lord of
Yeah, I
mercy.
agree. Right.
For a problem though. Even though. And Mueller even they didn't up to now. I don't think anybody knows how to mark Mueller. You don't know what to expect from that guy. I know he's just like an X factor anomaly there, boy. I love him as a player though. In Africa here throwing shade and we're not even talking about Arsenal. Saying I love that Watergun logo in the background.
You got number
Thank
one
you,
to go on
Africa.
Saturday. You got number one to go on. Wait till Thursday show, man.
Ooh, yeah, Thursday show. Yeah, let's talk Real Madrid, Liverpool. Both teams, you don't know what to expect. Both have quality. Benzema could show up, Salah could show up. Moy, which way you going?
I'm going to Real Madrid, and I see Benzema showing up this game
Mhm.
because Benzema pops up at times, look like the Benzema that we knew from Leon upcoming,
Tell you, boy.
bagging and those
Tell you.
goals.
He have to.
But if they have Vinicius in front of goal, then we'll go with Liverpool. But if
Hey,
Honestly,
I
but
saw I saw a stat recently, Moy, saying that of the last 10 games he started, they've won most of them. So there has to be something about that. Something about that.
his presence, but not the presence in front of goal though. We have,
True.
you know.
That's true.
But I see Real Madrid coming out on top with this one.
I agree. 100%. I agree. I agree because of the fact that they have the better defense of the two. They have the better defense of the two. That's how I see it. I don't see how we can compare those two defenses with Varane
I
and Sergio Ramos behind there versus who? Reese Williams and the other dude they just
come
bought.
back and come back.
Yeah. Benzema's gonna murder the two of them.
I disagree with you guys. I'm
Okay.
going to go Liverpool. I think, and it's just so funny. It's really funny, and this is why I think the Tottenham going to win. Won't beat more than them two in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
See, Liverpool's having a horrible season, and I just think that Liverpool over two games. I think that Jurgen Klopp could maneuver this team and get them to win this time because over two games. So I
Yeah,
think
it
they
is.
mean Liverpool. Their attack is still potent. Jota is back and he's scoring. Their
Yeah,
attack
he
is still
is.
potent. So I think that they can do Real Madrid some damage. I've watched lesser teams in the Spanish league turn over Real Madrid or give Real Madrid a tough time. I think
True.
Liverpool can do that and better too.
So you're not backing Zidane at all to beat the press to figure it out.
I'm backing Klopp. I'm backing Klopp.
Well, remember Liverpool still don't have a defense, And Afri here says, I'll never bet against Liverpool in Champions League. And he says, Josh, you shall eat your words. We're going to outgun them. I agree, bro. I just don't think that you can stop them from scoring. You just don't have the defense. All right. Munchie, please clip Shaq about the Carabao Cup statement.
I said
we
it
will,
time and time again, and I really do think so. I don't have problems being clipped. I really do think that this, if you are to win the treble or are not to win the treble, this would be the cup that you lose.
Yeah, and Josie is the perfect guy to do it. Memphis reminding us of interesting stat. Real Madrid are third, 6 points off the top, as opposed to Liverpool.
Yeah.
But they it is. I must say, it's a tie that you can't just immediately pick. Even though everybody expects the Bayern PSG game to be a wonderful game, both games, I think most people are leaning towards Bayern. But with Real Madrid and Liverpool, I think that's a little closer, definitely. One that may not be so close is the Chelsea Porto. A lot of people are saying that Chelsea got the easier tie, but then some are saying that y'all are underestimating Porto. What you guys think?
I mean, yes, I think so because we've seen what Porto did against Juventus. Porto has that fighting mentality, and we
Hmm.
also been seeing Pepe the last game against Juventus. He has been lights out
Massive,
behind there,
massive in the back. Yeah.
in right there. But then looking at Chelsea, yes, every team wanted Porto because they're thinking that's the easier team. But Porto is like is the dark horse in this year's Champions League, as we would say
Hmm.
about a team like that. But then I would lean to Chelsea winning this game because also this could be like a sense of I think when they fired the last time Chelsea won the Champions League and they fired the coach midway through the season and Di Matteo comes in, it looks like a
Hmm.
fairy tale for Tuchel to do it again and have a good start to the campaign that way. It could go that way, but
That's a good point.
it,
Definitely, good point, Moy.
I would love an upset in this game, not just because it's Chelsea, but let's carry on. I think that these major competitions, especially because it's been played over two legs, it loses the underdog doesn't really get to the tie, or it does not usually get to the ties like we would see in an FA Cup because that's a one-off game. So I would love to see an upset here, but I'm not going to go against Chelsea. I think they have Kante playing well again in that midfield.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say Chelsea will go through this one.
Yeah, Tuchel again in the Champions League has proven he can go far, and so you'd back him and his
Yeah,
experience
he
in
was in
this.
the
In
final
his,
last year. Right.
he was exactly,
Yeah. True,
which I
true.
believe played a powerful role in his hiring, with Chelsea still being in the Champions League. So that's that.
let me
And
um
good.
let me ask you all a quick question. I want your thoughts on this. After the Porto and Juventus game and they went into extra time and Porto was the away team and if they score away goal is the team would have to score two goals again in order to better it. So there was a discussion asking that in this when it comes to second leg, should away goals be scrapped when you head into extra time because it seems like a more advantage to the away
Yeah.
team. So y'all can give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah,
Shot.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I think it should be because the team that is at home is at a disadvantage because in the first game can't go to extra time. So when they know at home after having played 100, having after played 90 minutes, they're now tired. Just like the other team, they're tired too. But one goal for the away team has more meaning,
Hmm.
and the
Yep.
other team cannot come back. The other team has to score two goals to then equal to the one that they scored. I think it's unfair to the home
I
team
agree.
in
I
the
agree, and
second
I
leg.
think I agree 100%. Your analysis is spot on. There, Shock. It should change, but I guess they're looking at it from the perspective that after here agreeing with that, they're looking at it from perspective. Then you need to change your tactics. Then in the first leg, knowing that that is a possibility in the second, and make sure you do what you need to do so that that doesn't happen. Go ahead and Shock.
For me, I think away goals rule should be scrapped. I mean, let's just play. I know the thought would be teams are going to sit back and not going to come out, and you may lose
Yeah.
the excitement. But
This forces
sometimes
you to
I
score
think it's
goals.
really hard, man. It's really hard to you lose on away goals.
Yeah, I know, but I think, as you said, the reason why they put it there is for that reason, to force teams to come out and you have to score. Go and
That's true.
score. A couple of people here, Liverpool in no in a
Liverpool in a
two-team league.
two-team league.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that. Munchie Porter's manager statement speaks for itself about this draw. He says here the man said he didn't want Bayern, PSG, or City. He wanted
Well,
Chelsea.
let's
I
see.
agree. It
That
makes
makes it even
sense.
better now.
Yeah, it makes it even better. Look, I would love for Porto to win again. I think the last time they won was under Jose, so it'd be great if they could definitely win. Again, last tie is Man City. At Dortmund. No, and I remember the City show y'all talked about Jude Bellingham, you talked about Brandt, you talked about Sancho, you talked about Hazard, because now he's the better Hazard than two now.
Yep.
We talked about, and you've talked about Big Haaland there, scoring our goals, and possibility we've been linked with him, and how they can be a good team on the day, even though they're not playing too well in the league. They just changed their manager, and in terms of they want to have a new guy coming in because they didn't like what the last guy did. Most people still make City be the winner of the two. They still favor you because of your position in the league, you know. But Moya, are you saying is there even a possibility that you could lose these
I
games?
mean, I'm always pretty confident of City going into a game and winning, especially how far this season has gone for City. But
Mm,
we still can't get too complacent because it's a game of two legs. And we
yeah,
can always see how Champions League goes, especially from a City mindset. I think this is a competition where we say let's not get too ego about it. This is one where we take it one step at a time and watch how the games plan out. But
mm,
at a Dortmund perspective, I mean, you're coming up against Haaland, one of the hottest strikers in Europe this season. You know, we know what he can do. He's on fire when he's in front of goal. But I have to go with City, especially I would like to see that fairy tale ending with because you know how Aguero said he wouldn't leave City until he wins the Champions League.
true.
So it would be very nice for us to actually come out victorious in this entire competition to
Yeah,
just get that fairy tale ending.
yeah, but you
That,
gotta bank two German teams. You
Yeah,
gotta beat two German teams. I mean, if y'all were on the other side, as Shaq said, and y'all in the final, I could see Pep doing a master class. But to get to that final, though, if you win it, I mean, honestly, if you all win this Champions League, knowing that you probably may win the other two cups as well too,
the three.
you gotta tip it off to Pep. You gotta tip it off to Pep as probably
yeah.
up there as probably the greatest manager of all time for him to do just that, and because after the team that he has to go through the circumstances that he went under, it would be amazing to do so. So, guys, with what we just said, who are we going with for the final, and who's going to win the final? Chuck.
Oh boy. Okay, so we have in the semifinal we have Bayern versus City,
Mm-hmm.
and
And then
well, I have Liverpool and Chelsea.
mm-hmm.
Chelsea will beat Liverpool, so I mean Chelsea's in the final.
Mm-hmm.
I did the Man City Bayern one. That is a tough one to predict. I mean, I'm another City and Lyatal, but it's one of the head scratcher. On paper, both teams are good. Both
Sure.
teams are good. They have quality in the starting level and on the bench. Bayern won it last year. It's really, guys. I think this is a game. I know people say it all the time, but there's not much to separate these two teams.
No.
So, okay, you know what? But what I would go with, I'm gonna look at this. If it's Gabriel Jesus Villa versus Lewandowski, I mean, I'm just purely looking the chances that both teams will create and who will score more. I think a Lewandowski, if he gets 5 chances, he will score at least 2 out of the 5. I think Gabriel Jesus will score 1 out of the 5, and Bayern Munich
Mm-hmm.
will win. So I have Bayern Munich. Chelsea in the final, and I will choose Bayern Munich to win it all.
I agree. I
Based,
have
based,
nothing else to add to
based
that.
solely on whether or not it's chances created, chances converted. Because I mean, but then City could counter that because they have a really good defense. So
Yeah.
there's nothing. It's really nothing. It's going to be a close game, 2-1 either way. But the win. Okay, let me just put it this way and cover myself. See, the winner of this game wins the Champions League.
That's a good point. I agree with everything you said. Only thing I would say I would add to your point is that it may come down to just that. It's a tight game, and you need one moment of quality.
One.
Just
Don't talk
one
about
moment of quality, and the ball drops to Gabriel and the ball drops to Lewandowski, which you expect your strikers to score. I just I have to
more. You
I have to
can't
give
disagree with
Lewandowski.
that though.
I have to give Lewandowski. I mean, you have
I mean,
De Bruyne, you have Bernardo Silva, you have
Mahrez.
Sterling, Mahrez, but then they got everybody to match what you have. That's the point. They
Yep.
have that, and the defense is a good defense, a really good defense, and they got a world class keeper. So I mean, you have to come down to experience and who. Yeah, so you have to go with the guys who won it last year, based on that alone. Go ahead.
just to say, I hear Shaq saying Gabriel Jesus to score one. We don't call him Gabby 2 goals for nothing. Just saying that right there.
What did I say that happened though? But go ahead.
And he has been on all right form this season, but I mean, I can't sit down here and totally disagree with you all about the matchups. It's, as I would say again, very good game for football fans to watch.
I'm gonna
A
love it.
neutral
Bayern versus City, like you can say the two hottest teams in
in
Europe
Europe.
at the moment.
Yeah.
But I actually think that this side of the draw that City and Bayern is on, I think whoever comes out from the semi-final on that side would be the favorites to win the Champions League.
Of
But
course.
I've been saying also that the only way City doesn't win this
Oh,
Champions League is if I get knocked out in the semi-final. But I am a firm believer. Once I make it to the finals of the Champions League, I am going to win it,
I
and I
agree
have
with you with
no
that.
doubt
I
about it.
agree with you. You
hey,
can beat
anybody from
anybody.
that
Yeah.
side?
Everybody that say you can beat. I know that. It's just Bayern. That's a problem, especially if you get some sort of injuries to
But
key players. Yeah, I hope not. But if you take Lewandowski out of the equation, it makes it even harder. You know, it makes it. Let's go to some of the fans after you're up here saying Liverpool versus City in the final. And then Lamar
Okay.
says called City if Haaland doesn't. That'd be funny if Haaland did. If Haaland did, United are buying him for the 180. All right, or maybe City might. Dortmund versus Porto final. Anybody? Okay,
That'd be lovely.
that would be
that would be,
lovely.
that would
That
be a
would
shock.
be lovely. Dortmund have it up for Bayern. Don't forget now that what's his name? Haaland scored 2 goals now. It's 2 or 3. It's 2.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think the
2.
Bayern.
Lewandowski scored 3, and Ting
Yeah,
scored 2. Yeah, I remember that. So they have a look at thing they would love, and how I wish it could be Martial knocking on City. Okay, I know there's some kind of United jab in there, but I didn't see it, so I'm gonna move on.
is he and Memphis going back and forth?
Oh, okay. All right. Liverpool shall win the 7th CL Cup. Okay, you got a confident Liverpool fan here. Sky Blue are totally chokers in CL. It'll continue. The stage is going to be too big for them.
You
How we
see,
should lag out is you lag out during clubs. All right. That was funny too. And Josh team beat City. City will beat themselves, chokers, So, look, it might end up just being,
make a point here.
You may just end up being a PSG Liverpool final.
Could be very well.
It could
And
be.
I still say any team comes from the City side, the Bayern Munich, PSG, Dortmund side, I think they're winning.
They're
They're
winning.
winning the
I
champion.
agree. It's that side. The other side not winning. But we love both fairy tale for Dortmund. That'd be great, you know. And yeah, a possible quadruple. If that happens, then just give Pep the crown. Give Pep the crown, you know, and double his wages, you know, and we're good to go. All right.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Something like that, and a statue outside, you know. So the 10 fans can go out and watch it. Look at it and so forth. Sorry, boy. I had to show that today. I couldn't be. I've been giving you so much love. It's been burning me as a United fan. I gotta balance the scales there, at least a little bit. All right. Couple of the trophies they were throwing out there. Who winning Euros? Well, that too far.
Belgium.
I don't have outright favorites. I have 3 favorites though.
Well, y'all know
Belgium,
back in
France.
England.
I like Portugal too. Belgium,
too.
France, Portugal.
Having United, Belgium, they have to do it now. They got to win a Euros. They got to win a World Cup. With this golden generation, they just have to do it. They have too many good players, and they have all the pieces from back to front. But France still remains amazing. So, but again, I gotta go with my England boys, man. I gotta go with my England boys. I'm feeling them. I'm feeling. Just today, I was watching a video where the man say who you want to start up for England, and the man said, okay, well, Harry Kane and Sterling, you know, and Foden started last game. They informed, they look amazing. So then Rio asked the guy, what happened to Rashford and Sancho, and he's like, oh my, I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. And then we seven to Grealish. I mean, this is like, what do you do up there? So as long as we can start with our back line, I don't know. Y'all have to give my England boys a little bit of a shot, man. Just a little bit of a shot. We have too much offense.
Back. Yeah.
England.
I mean, England. Okay, Moy, let me just go. You see how Afi described Man City? I think that's how I think about England. England's gonna find a way to lose. Just themselves. I think they okay. They have to prove me wrong, but they usually do. So, like I said,
remember Maguire behind there, Josh. And so what? Stones behind there. Kyle Walker behind there.
You have to be Stones and Maguire, man.
Yeah, Stones Maguire starting for sure.
I mean,
or they could go to 3 back, you know. Put Kyle Walker in that 3.
But then Luke Shaw in such form.
Yeah, push you up forward.
There's a wing back.
Wing back. See? You see?
And then that's how Trent gets into the team.
Yeah. No, but still though, think would be a better. You don't think Reece James would be a better wing back? I'm not trying to show no shade at Liverpool.
I
mean, you can't give Reece James that wing back. He's played it before, so he can do it.
Yeah. But I mean, you're looking at Euros. You know, the biggest stage. I mean, yes, people are going to look at Gareth Southgate dropping Trent for this series, this 2 games for the international duty, and how he said, you know, I think Gareth Southgate took a little knock at Trent and gave a whole explanation on why he did it also, because he wasn't having fun. But heading into Euros, you want Trent, especially going forward. We have seen how, you know, he's one of England's set piece players, you know. But I think I'm putting England in the top 3 along with France and Belgium to win Euros.
I agree.
Because I think, yes, I know England has a golden generation right now, and I know their players are still young, but I think now is the best time for them to win the Euros. Because if we're looking at different players, we've seen like everyone in this who's there to potentially have a starting spot is playing exceptionally well for their club. Because you look at Luke Shaw. Yeah, you look at Luke Shaw, you look at Stones, you look at Reece James.
Mason Mount in form.
Yeah, and you see, I mean,
my boy Mason Mount.
Yes,
Yeah.
My boy.
he was never not my boy. He was never not my boy. It's just my boy got injured.
Boy,
Anyway, we'll go ahead.
I like Mason Boss. I
He's a good
do.
player.
He does need to work on his finishing and creating more his final pop. But that boy, I look at him and he has it, man.
Hmm.
Has it.
Yeah, but we can't deny the fact, guys, that I think France's biggest problem is: do you bring back Giroud at strike, or do you forgive Benzema and bring him back?
No,
I
you
mean,
go with Lacazette.
or
I
go with
was thinking that.
Lacazette. You could do that too.
Go
You
with
could do that too.
Lacazette.
All right.
Talking about the whole French aspect,
KDB, top
y'all.
sister. Go ahead, more.
Oh, sorry. That's a quick thing. The French aspect, y'all saw the whole. I mean, people gonna make it a big thing, but the Martial when he was coming off, they didn't really acknowledge Mbappe. Y'all saw that.
No, that's
No,
nothing.
I
That is nothing. Because they're really
I
actually
know,
pretty
but
good friends. They're good friends. Don't forget that they were both at, I think they were both at Monaco at the same time at one point, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
I
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I saw that. I saw it, and, yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing,
Look at
but, go
look
ahead,
at
Sha.
look at this comment though. This changes up some things. This
Oh
is
wow.
pretty dicey here.
Hmm. Yeah, I
France,
know.
Germany, Portugal.
Germany not looking good, though. Germany, strange
No,
enough, not
no,
looking good, though.
no,
But
no.
and Portugal, I just don't know what to expect from them. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Portugal. Yeah, Bruno. Yeah, Cristiano. Yeah, Liverpool guy, Jota. They got a very good
The
defense
Arsenal
this
guy,
year.
Cedric.
Yeah, they got a good defense, man. They got
And the city guys
Ruben
too.
Diaz. Yeah, exactly. They have a good team. They have a very good team. It's just that I'm wondering, can they? I mean, it's two people have to come out of that group, right? Or one? I don't see
Two.
Germany coming out of that group, so I think France and
I
Portugal
don't
will come out.
I don't know if they're still going. I know they did last years. I think they were having the best third place. I think two best third place teams. I don't
Hmm.
know if they're doing that still with this one. I don't know. I
So
think it was
Germany will come out
last
of the
World
last two
Cup
games.
probably.
Yeah, I know, but if they have a team of runner up there, I don't see that happening either. Manji says if Bruno doesn't get, how Bruno will get dropped. But you're just gonna look for Man United hit wherever it is. Bruno can't get dropped. Okay, Portugal can't come up to
That
that
boy
group.
Munchie.
Tell it, boy, Munchie have to look for it. It's not gonna happen, Munchie. Bruno can't get dropped. He has to put behind Cristiano. All
I mean,
right, good
realistically
one.
too, I don't see well myself personally not counting out Germany entirely. Yes, they
No,
have been a dipped of form, but we have to remember that they have Silky Ilkay in the midfield, just in point blank.
that's true. They got some good players.
Portugal,
So
Portugal will go through if they have. Sorry, there, Josh. If they have goal line technology.
true stats. Oh my goodness, y'all heard the reason why there was no VAR there?
No.
The,
Why?
the reason why there was no VAR is because they can't put VAR in every stadium. It's too expensive. So they can't put it in all the stadiums. And so they figured that they couldn't put it in some. So instead of
But
you
but
can't put for some and not put for all. So they figured just don't do it, period.
okay, well
That's,
okay. If
that's
okay
the reason.
that but then goal line technology is different though. They
Yeah.
could goal line technology is too expensive too because that been
Yeah.
used for years
Yeah.
now.
Now all the stadiums have it. It's special technology that has to be put in the stadium. And
Yeah,
it
but
just
then
wasn't
them
there.
saying that this is FIFA we're talking about.
Yeah, I know. That was my same
FIFA got
point. That
money.
y'all
Do the
don't
thing.
have any all the money and teeth. They don't have enough
Yeah.
money to do that.
Me
I don't
now
know.
say that. Me now say that it is alleged that they may have stolen some money. You go ahead, top of the teeth till Infantino come for you. You go ahead.
He can come. Is that right? I
Mhm.
think if you come from
All right,
that, you have come all the dog there.
Look at
Anyway,
that.
because
He
we
come
both
already.
next thing you know, better boys end up same thing happened to Ali. Yeah, score and goal for go World Cup, and then the man to come
Ah
back.
boy. Oh, you know
So
what,
yeah.
guys? To that point, hold on there. I was looking at the San Marino game versus England the other day. I'm
Mhm.
thinking that they should make these quote unquote lesser teams. I don't think San Marino don't never beats anybody.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to play teams like England en route to the World Cup. I think they should have, a group for those kind of teams, those kind of countries, just
Mhm.
to give them a better chance at it. That's what I'm saying. Like
I agree,
group them
but
together.
I guess the problem is that how do you then decide that? Because you could go according to ranking,
Yeah,
the
use the
best of the bunch.
coefficient. And
You
you
could
could
do
do
that.
that.
Or I've even heard some people suggest, God, just put all of them in one big box, shake them up, and just go and pick them like they do
No,
with Champions League. Because then
it's
some way they
hard
could end
to
up with
be.
anybody. They could end up with anybody. They could end up with Antigua
Yeah.
and St. Kitts and Luxembourg, and then win that group. Who knows?
Yeah,
Or they could end up with France, Germany, and England. Who knows? I mean, that would be really interesting if Antigua have to go play England. Me to take it. I mean, I know we'd probably get blown, but I would love to play. To get a shot. What if I knock them on 1-0? Who
I
knows?
mean, one non
I
punch.
mean,
If that
I
was to
know.
happen, Antigua can just come out the qualifiers for the rest of the time. That's a big, big result.
Sure, that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
I could,
we didn't a couple years ago when USA was here. We didn't do too bad versus the US.
Yeah,
yeah, they beat us what,
It was
2-1?
a, it was a
Come on,
really good
man.
yeah.
game, but
But talking
Last
about,
minute goal too.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm following up on the point that Shaq made about San Marino and being in the getting a group separate for those.
Yeah.
The CONCACAF. I saw an article or someone was saying that how the CONCACAF do they draw now? It's more in favor of USA qualifying for the World Cup every single time now
True. I agree.
because they're coming in like in the latter like second round or something like that.
yeah,
Start
Yeah.
playing.
Mm.
Yeah. I I saw that same thing. When I was looking at the
Yeah.
setup and seeing how we get to play for those other teams. It's like it's designed that way. And what really hurt me too is when we talk about I remember when USA came here and Dempsey talk about how Antigua shouldn't they play because I had a good field. I'm like, oh, what you don't play football? It's up to you. Because you're vexing in the car 6-0. That's the problem. And I
You
go, I
couldn't.
fight. That's the
Man
thing.
could knock on a 6-0.
Tell you, man.
Yo, I can remember stadium was packed.
I
Oh
remember, boy.
boy, it's raining. I was a
Okay,
game, boy.
imagine if we had scored late. That'd have been amazing. Watching that.
Jump out the top of the south stand. What a
What?
joke.
Anyway, let me jump on somebody. Not nobody pick
That's suicide dive.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be amazing. But that's what football does to you. So speaking of that, Ben and boys, as we close off, top of the table so far.
Yeah, the
look
one
good in
3
that.
0.
Yeah, that's a solid thing. Big P, should have started the first game, or it was the right decision.
I mean, let me know. I don't know because I don't know what
Big
kind
into
of
the
farm
game.
he's been in. No,
Yeah,
so
we don't know. We don't know.
but he's quality though. I said that in the build up. Big Peach is quality.
He
And he
finishes
got
his
that.
chances.
I saw his goal in this match here. In the match versus who we played? USVI.
Yes, right.
USVI. That's the kind of goals he score. He's there. Now that headed it in the goal. It's a good goal. And in the
Good goal.
first game though, I think our equalizer, our second equalizer, that was a thing of beauty. Guy ran
Okay.
onto it and hit that with the left foot. That was a good goal. That was a really good goal.
Yeah. So we definitely winning this group.
Oh, we should, man. We are in a good position right now.
If we win, I see us be strong favorites. If we win at least one out the last two, if we win at least one out the last, it should put us in a good place with 7 points
So
in the table.
who we have? I think it's what? El Salvador.
El Salvador and Grenada.
And Grenada. Okay. Grenada looking too bad. So that should be a pretty good game. So we'll see how that game goes.
Meaning nobody that play for Grenada.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna base on the recent results. I hope so. We have that goal differential in case something happens with the El Salvador game. But yeah, definitely. Look, right, as the run is what it is, and if for some reason we can get far, get another good run going, knock Trinidad and Tobago or Jamaica a good 1-0. Oh man, That'd be great. That would just be
Hopefully, by the time we get to those later stages, when the bigger teams are coming, we are allowed to go to the games.
yes, yes,
Just
yes.
imagine Jamaica is here, Leon Bailey and so are playing up at the
Mm,
stadium, and we have to watch it on TV. My
Antonio and
goodness,
from
all them Monday,
West End and so on on Monday.
yeah,
You know,
Hector that plays for Fulham, all these
that
people that
from
we
the
see on
Manu
TV.
guy. What's his name?
Who that?
Former Manu guy. The one who never
I know
fulfilled
they
his
have
potential.
Mariappa too.
The one
The
who
one
never
that who?
fulfilled his potential. The one from Man, he didn't never fulfill his
Oh,
potential.
Ravel Morrison.
Yeah, Morrison. Yeah, he plays for Jamaica, doesn't he? I think he does now. Yeah. So, yeah. Monchi is saying to we play Grenada first, then El Salvador. So, okay. All right.
He said he needs to
So,
beat El Salvador.
yeah, man. I don't know. Fingers crossed about that whole thing. Hope we get to go and watch those games because they're gonna need us. They're gonna need us to cheer them on, push them, and be that extra man, that 12th man to win the game. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming on, and as usual, supporting the channel. You guys are the channel. And all the comments came in from all the fans, and I know the many people are going to watch this video tomorrow. All right, so if you want to give any comments towards this, or just give us a shout out at any point in time, you can. Or if you would like to be an Island Fans, that is also something that can happen. Just let us know. Send us a message on any of the social media, but also.
Josh, you there?
I'm back now.
Everybody dropped.
Just when I thought that we were gonna make it, we all dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I thought I was the only one. All right. Okay, yeah. Montreal telling us June 4th for Grenada and then June 8th for El Salvador. So we're looking forward to those games. Definitely, and support Benin Boys to the world. Definitely. All right. Well, fans, please show up on Thursday. We're back to EPL. We're back talking about, what's going to happen in the weekend's games. We got some good games coming up, in the EPL. And so we love to get all of you there giving your opinions. And if you would like to be an Island fan, just give us a shout out on all of our social media and like, subscribe, share, like this video as well too. Share it to others so that we can also, show some support to everyone that supports Island fans, and there will also be an Arsenal show tomorrow. So Arsenal fans, be there. Arsenal haters, be there. Specifically Memphis, and let's support that channel or that show on our channel as we talk a little Arsenal, and on Thursday, of course, we will be back with Island fans.
As we
get back to debating back and forth. I think the big match is who's the big match that weekend?
I have Liverpool on Saturday.
Arsenal and Liverpool on Saturday. Okay. So bring all the comments. Bring all the comments and everything. All right. Have a good night to all of you. And again, guys, thanks a lot. And thanks to everybody else that came tonight. Good night.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.